Hi everybody, welcome to Stampin' with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And today I wanted to welcome you and show you how to make a card. I'm going to be using the Merry Snowflakes stamp set, and I'm going to create a background. But there's a really easy way to add extra color to your stamps. So typically we ink up our images using an ink pad and then apply that ink down. By using Sponge Daubers, you can actually apply some extra color to them and just really make your cards pop. So I'm going to be creating a background using the snowflakes in the Merry Snowflakes stamp set. If you're joining me through YouTube and it's the first time you've joined me, welcome. And if it's not, you've found me again, welcome back. If you're on YouTube, please take the time to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified when I go live. If you're coming in through Facebook, I always post notifications that I'm going to be going live, so you get that extra notification already. All right, let me switch over to my desktop and I'll show you the card. And I'm actually just going to grab my phone so that I can actually see comments, because I can see some comments, but I can't see who they're from. And I know that's because of StreamYard. So I'm just going to, oh, Jeanette, hi. Hey, Kathleen, welcome. Good. All right, now I can see actually who's commenting. All right, so this is the Merry Snowflakes. I love this stamp set. I love snowflakes. And they're really cool. The stamps, they're just kind of unique snowflakes and some great sentiments. The dies that go with this are amazing because all of the snowflakes are actually stitched. But I'm not using the dies today. I'm just going to use the snowflakes. All right, so I've got some supplies here. I've got a piece of Pool Party cardstock that is cut 4 1/4 by 11. I got a piece of adhesive on the back of it. How that happened. 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to just score that at 5 1/2 to form my card base. Okay. And now I've got my score. So this is the side I scored on. So always fold into the mountain. So that's the little piece that is got that outdent. I'm not sure that's the right word. It's raised on the inside. That's what I'm trying to think of, raised. So always score into that raised side. Okay, so I've got my card base and I've got a piece of basic white cardstock. So I'm just going to, I've got out some colors here. I've got Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, and Misty Moonlight. And I think I'm going to grab my Bermuda Bay. I just think it needs a pop of color, a pop more color. And I'm not sure Coastal Cabana is going to do it. So I'll grab Bermuda Bay as well. It just seems to be some great colors that are perfect for snowflakes. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up my first image. We'll start with a big one. I'm going to ink up this first image using Pool Party. All right. Now I'm going to grab a sponge dauber. I should have opened this up. So I've got Misty Moonlight, Bermuda Bay, and Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab some ink on my sponge dauber from the Misty Moonlight, and I'm just going to kind of go over it in spots. And then I'm going to grab, you could use the same sponge dauber, but I'm going to use a new sponge dauber, and I'm going to pick up some color from the Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to add some color to it. And put another sponge dauber. I should put these beside. There we go. Let's put the sponge daubers beside. And then I've got my Coastal Cabana, and we'll just add some color. So I'm just adding kind of color over top. We'll see how this turns out. Now, I'm going to start down here. Now, a couple of things happened on this one. I did get some color, but I got a bit of a shadow because I pressed too hard. So I'm going to turn this over and start again, but I got a little bit of color. So I just that was kind of my test. Let's try this again. we'll ink this up. And I'm going to add some more Misty Moonlight because I really didn't get the depth of color that I wanted in the blue. Let's try this again. So you can, probably would have been good if I had done that on my grid paper and not. So let's try that. Let's try this. Now, the interesting thing about trying it is that oh, that's much better. Now you might not be able to see that, but I definitely have got some darker colors and some blues. So maybe I found the trick. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm just playing with this a little bit until I get the colors I want. But it's just really a matter of picking up color and then applying it over top of your stamp. Okay, now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go on to the card. Okay, so let's again start down here. That's better. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Now, I don't know. Let me see if I can bring that up. Can you see the color? So I've got the Misty Moonlight in there, and then the Bermuda Bay is really showing up. So I actually am thinking that I will stamp it using the Pool Party and probably just use the Misty Moonlight and Bermuda Bay. I don't think my Coastal Cabana is adding to it. So let's try that again. Ink it up with Pool Party. And now everyone's going to be a little bit different, and that's okay. It's all, they say all snowflakes are different. So let's try that one. Oh, that's pretty too. Okay, so I've got those two, and now let's try this one. This is one of the smaller ones. Ink that up. I'm going to put more Bermuda Bay on this one than on my two big ones. Yeah, oh, pretty. Now you could clean off your stamp. I can hear people going, oh, you're not cleaning off your stamp. I'm not so sure I'm getting too much contamination, but if you were really worried about the contamination, you could absolutely clean off your stamp before you put it into the other, before you put it back into the Pool Party. Okay, good with that. Now let's bring in this little one. The stamp fell off because I haven't got the labels on the back of it yet. Yeah, I really like these color combinations together. It just seems perfect for Christmas. Oh, it's so pretty. All right. I'm going to do a few of the... Now, if you don't have Sponge Daubers, you need to add them to your wish list. But if you don't have Sponge Daubers, you can use sponges. You could probably even use, I don't know, blending brushes might not. You could probably try them, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to kind of apply, just kind of the dabs of color using the blending brushes. But you might be able to. Okay, let's put... I don't want this one. Okay, I'm going to do one more of the little one, just down in this corner, I think. And then I'm going to put the sentiment in. Okay, all right, let's close the Bermuda Bay and that one. Get that stamps out of the way so I don't get my fingers in it, and the Sponge Daubers. Okay, so we've got, this is going to go on like this. And now, and then I cut a piece of Pool Party. This is, I think I cut it 1 inch by 4 inches. So this is going to go across the middle. And so I'm going to go ahead and stamp the, I didn't get it out, the Merry Everything. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, we're going to stamp the Merry Everything on the Pool Party using the Misty Moonlight. Just trying to make sure I get that. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go and stamp some snowflakes. I haven't re-inked those, but just to give it some, I'm just kind of using just the little bit of ink that's left on that stamp to add a little bit of detail. All right, now I grabbed 2 different ribbons. This ribbon is the metallic mesh ribbon, and I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to put it as a background. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. This came out last year in last year's catalog, and it was one of those ribbons that if you don't look at Halloween products, you may have completely missed this because it actually was, I am completely out of Stampin' Seal. All right, let's replace that. I meant to do that the other day. This ribbon, the metallic mesh ribbon, was actually a Halloween ribbon in last year's mini catalog. It's kind of like the black and white gingham ribbon that is in this year's. If you're not looking at the Halloween products, you may completely miss it, and it is stunning. So this ribbon is just amazing. Not only can you use it like I'm using it to just add some, you know, as ribbon or as in the silver, you can actually color this with your Stampin' Blends, and it turns out really well. It will pick up the color and hold the color. All right, I'm just going to put it across like that, and it's just going to provide a little bit of detail behind my Merry Everything. You'll just be able to see it pop up. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. Now, when I put dimensionals on a piece like this that's about 1 inch wide, I stagger them. So I kind of go in a up and down pattern because that way my sentiment label won't wobble. I don't like it when it wobbles, and so that just kind of holds it all steady. All right, I'm going to put that on. And then I'm going to take and adhere this down. Oops. It's in the middle. And get it on even. Okay, now what else do I need? I think I need some rhinestones. Okay, so let's see what I've got here. I've got a bunch of rhinestones, but I'm not sure if I've got all of the sizes, so I do have some of the bigger ones. Okay, so get my Take Your Pick tool. Use the putty end and grab some of these. There we go. Now, oops. I'm going to put some of these rhinestones in the middle of my snowflakes because it seems like they need something. This rhinestone is just not behaving. It wants to stick to everything except the paper. There we go. There we go. All right, I got another 2. And I've got a bunch of little ones. I'm just going to put some little ones around it. Feels like it should sparkle. Let's see how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. 6, 7. There we go. Odd number. Okay. To replenish my rhinestones. I use the bigger rhinestones. I don't know if you do, but I always use the bigger rhinestones before I use the smaller rhinestones. All right, so let's do the inside of the card. Let's stamp this, I think, in Misty Moonlight again. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. Welcome. All right. Oh, upside down. Good thing I always check. Better yet, put your labels on your stamps, and then you won't be doing what I'm doing. All right, there we go. May your days be merry and bright, and all of your Christmases be white. And I'm going to just stamp another snowflake on here because those snowflakes were so pretty. Let's do it in this color. Let's see if I've got some Misty Moonlight on here. I'm not re-inking my. There we go. Oh, that one's a little bit of color to it, but that's okay. All right, and now my stamp and seal. If you ever have this problem, I particularly have the problem when I first put the new refill in. So make sure when you're using it, you run it along and you kind of very exaggerated roll your hand, roll your wrist, and that will make sure that the stamp and seal stays at the tip, so you don't have a problem. I usually don't have a problem. I just sometimes find that when I'm first put a refill in, then I have that issue. There. Very pretty card, I think. So, yeah, so you can kind of see all the different colors on it. So I've seen some really pretty ones you can use with these snowflakes. You can use all sorts of colors, including fresh freesia and Highland heather. Some of the purples are beautiful with snowflakes. So give it a try. Again, if you don't have sponge daubers, you can use sponges. I'm not, like I said, I'm not so sure how the blending brushes would work for this because you really just want kind of isolated areas and not all over that you're adding that extra color. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you're around tonight, I have my Stamp and Chat for those that want to join me on Zoom. And if you're part of my Facebook group or page, you'll get the information on that Zoom link that you can join me. Come and do some crafting with me tonight. I will be back live again tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific, and then again on Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific with a sketch challenge. So hope you have a great day, everybody. Happy stamping. Bye.